Good afternoon. Today on Business Success in Six with Stacie, I have Patrick Booth here from CCB Technology. Patrick, thanks for jumping on with me today.
Oh, I'm excited to be here.
We were talking a little bit before the call, and it sounds like you've got a really great history and some awesome advice for our clients in our community. So if you're okay with it, I'm going to ask you 6 questions and learn about your business and share it with our clients. Is that okay?
Let's go.
Awesome. Well, the first question I always ask is when people ask you how you describe CCB technology, how do you describe it?
It's a party place. We just like to have a good time. No, not at all. My background might throw that off for a little bit, but no, I like to have a good time. But we are considered IT superheroes. It's the best way to explain it, where it might stay in your brain. We go in and we help partner with businesses. Sometimes they have an IT staff, and sometimes but it can be as little as us coming in and helping strategize with them, help them procure the software, hardware, licenses, whatever they need, to as much as us managing and doing projects with them. Sometimes it's updating their infrastructure because that server's been there for like 10 years. That thing in the closet that has an air conditioning that nobody goes into except for that one person, that's the server room. So we go in there and we help, and we try to help them protect their business, but really update their security, update their infrastructure, make sure they avoid problems.
Sure. And that's so, so important. I was listening to a book today and they talked all about most businesses don't go in becoming IT businesses, but every business needs IT. So thank you for
Absolutely.
the work that you're doing.
Yeah, and we found that I was mentioning that earlier that a lot of businesses that's not their passion, but they realize how important IT is. So we just want to be that partnership. We never want to act like we own the place. We are a guest. So that has been something I've observed by other organizations that unfortunately sometimes they feel like they don't know what's going on the IT side. We try to be as transparent as possible. So the owners who's built this business and the leadership team knows exactly what's happening, but honestly, they can focus on what they're gifted in, and then we can focus on what we're gifted in.
It is so important. Thank you so much. What were your plans when you started your business and how have they changed? I know you said
Sure.
31 years, right?
Yeah, so this was crazy family business, second generation to run this business. We started in the basement of our house, and my dad had a vision to help nonprofits get discounts on technology. And so we created the charity program for Microsoft 31 years ago. And
Whoa.
out of that, huge opportunity came because there was no one doing it. And then they only opened it up to about 25 companies in the United States. And that stayed that way for a very long time. And then as things progressed and things have evolved with the cloud, they opened it up to everyone. So we nobody remembers who invented the wheel. They just know the wheel is there and everyone benefits from it. I'm proud to say that we helped create this program and now we've been running with it. And yeah, we built up a huge customer base of over 40,000 clients around the United States. The savings has been incredible to see these nonprofits save money and be able to reinvest that money into people, into
Mhm.
buildings, into their mission. And so it feels really good. And we still work with 80% of our clients are nonprofits, but we also have expanded that 20% of our clients are our businesses from the enterprise level to small, medium business, from every industry, manufacturing, healthcare, pharmaceutical, car dealerships, to you
Wow.
name it. We are working with you.
And again, you started in a basement and now you're all over the nation. And how many
Yeah.
locations do you have as well?
Sure. So we have 3 locations currently in our Wisconsin area, 2 in Racine, 1 in Kenosha, and then we also have staff throughout the United States. And the goal someday would be create hubs around the United States, probably places. But right now we are excited and about our future, but we're also doing it well with what we have currently. So again, controlled growth. So.
Absolutely. That's very important. So I know we already touched base on how you impact the community a little bit, but I'd love for you to elaborate on other ways you're impacting the community.
Yeah, it's a great question. There's a lot of ways as a business leader, I think, to impact the community. Obviously, your business. How
Mhm.
are you serving and how are you doing it well? Where it makes the community proud that you're located there. And that's what I've done in Racine. Really proud to say that I grew up here and now here I am helping the community thrive and be protected with the investments of the business leaders, but then also giving back. So
Mhm.
we've done a lot of sponsorships, but one of the coolest things that we do at our company is we do a give back challenge for our employees, and we give them 4 hours. They actually get a lot more than that, but we dedicate a time. What we found is people didn't take time because they didn't know how to get involved with nonprofits. So we actually schedule nonprofit service opportunities for them to sign up for from September through December. And it's 4 hours, so it's not too much. And it varies. It can be from doing a cleanup project at a nature preserve to working at the zoo to working at the Humane Society to even like bag stuffing and book stuffing of helping kids get these bags at Faith, Hope, and Love, a great organization that are helping kids as they transition from their home environment to maybe a foster care situation. They get a nice bag with comfortable, like a book, a sleeping bag, a stuffed animal, and my team has volunteered to help stuff these bags, and that is another way to serve the community.
That is a really unique way and a beautiful way to do that. Thank you for sharing that. And then one other thing that we talked about too is you talked about creating a great culture in your own community, in your own business. And you talked about that a little bit. Do you want to elaborate on that as well?
Sure. So my parents and I have the same heart. I want to give people a great place to work. I don't want to just give them a paycheck. I want them to be excited that when Sunday night comes around, I know it might be a dream, but I'm hoping they're excited that they come in on Monday morning and work. In order to do that, they have to feel like it's a safe place. They have to feel like they can grow in their knowledge and in their skill set, but
Mhm.
also do we care about them? So one of the fun things I like we do is I give birthdays off here because I believe that you can have your PTO, but you deserve a paid day to go treat yourself. So, why not go out there and go do something, whatever it is? And people have seemed to really enjoy that. My parents used to give birthday cakes to every employee. That got a little crazy when we got bigger, but the PTO birthday is the same mindset. We hope you feel special on this day that is special for you.
I've never heard that, and I hope other business leaders do hear that now that you've said that, because that's a really, really neat gift, and that definitely makes you feel special. And we never take the time for ourselves. Most people, they don't. They're like trying to
Correct.
hustle to do other things. But
Yeah.
yeah, that
It's serving
birthday.
your family. It's going on that field trip with the kids. It's probably doing that home project, and I hope they can do whatever they want with it. I have no restrictions on what you do with your birthday day off, but I hope it's something that makes you feel valued.
That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that.
Mm,
What is one challenge that you have faced that other business owners could learn from?
Nothing, nothing at all. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh. So many challenges. It never ends. As a business leader, you're out there, you're listening to this, you understand. It just never ends. But one of the most current ones is we had an executive leave unexpectedly last year. And I realized there was a lot that I had missed on that I trusted, but I didn't verify and ask enough questions for my own knowledge to learn. And so that was really hard. And looking back at it, by me avoiding that or not taking time to dive deeper into it,
Mhm.
it's cost the company a lot of time, a lot of uncomfortableness as we've had to work through it, and a lot of money, unfortunately, because we've had to invest and make a lot of changes and bring in some consultants. And it just, one of the things I tell anybody out there: trust but verify.
That's really, really good advice. And I love how you said to ask questions because
Mhm.
that's so, so important, right?
And it's
That,
easy to focus on the things we all enjoy. I
Mhm.
love sales and marketing. I love that. It makes me get excited. It's about relationship building, but there's all these other things. So I'm not great at creating processes. Okay. That's my honest truth. I know it's not good to say it as a leader, but it's true. I don't have it all figured out. So I have somebody that I promoted to be my VP of operations. He loves processes. He loves to know the why behind everything. So by having him in that seat gives me the freedom to do the things that I am gifted in. And I think to any leader out there, just know you don't have to be everything to everyone in your company. You don't. But you
Yeah.
do have a responsibility to ask questions. Hire great people, but everyone needs accountability. And that doesn't come unless somebody is willing to take the time to ask them questions, not catch what they're doing wrong. I'm not saying
Mhm.
that, in case
Totally.
somebody's out there wondering, I'm saying ask the right questions for you to gain clarity, and maybe you do discover some things that need to get more focus on. But
Yep.
don't just trust blindly, and don't just trust because, oh, I don't want to go over there because that doesn't interest me. As the owner or the CEO or leader of the company, you have a responsibility to ask questions. And I failed in that area, and I've had to learn from it.
I just want to say, I think the most powerful and strong leaders are ones that can admit when they don't know something, and when they admit when they're wrong, and they learn from it, grow from it,
Mhm.
and help other people grow from it. So that's incredible, incredible advice. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Um, What does the future look like for you, and do you have an exit plan?
Yeah, I'm leaving today at 5. No, that's not the exit plan you're talking about. What I am doing is we actually just made a recent change where I promoted a gentleman by Logan McCoy, my VP of Services, to the president role. And so I'm not exiting, but right now everyone reports to Logan. And this is a huge change because I've been the president for 9 years, and I had 6 direct reports to me. And so the reason I'm doing this is divide and conquer. There's a great book called Rocket Fuel out there, and it's all about by Gino Wickman. If you read the book Traction, same author. The reality is you got to be able to know what your strengths are, and so we're doing a divide and conquer. But most importantly, I'm excited about is everyone is reporting to Logan. So I can be able to focus on some other things that as an entrepreneur are on my mind. But I'm not retiring. I've told everyone I'm not retiring. I am here, but they want me to be the vision caster for the company and know where we're going. So I'm working on the business, and Logan's going to be working in the business because I've tried doing it for 9 years. I've tried doing both roles. It doesn't work very well. So my exit plan is to build a great team around me, and which is I've done. I've built executives around me by hiring the right people. And my dad was a lone ranger. He had maybe one or two key people that he had around him, but he really wanted to be the guy that made all the final decisions. I built my team around me so they can make decisions, have empowerment, and now Logan was the biggest piece, is giving up the president role. And now that he's in it, I'm going to continue to do everything I can to help build business for the company, try to build relationships with our current clients plus new ones. And I'm just going to do everything I can to try to help the company move forward and grow while they are all working so hard to keep it up and running.
Well, congratulations on that. That is the
Thanks.
ultimate goal when you talk about a commercial profitable entity that runs without you. So you can work on the business. So huge congratulations. That's incredible.
Thank you.
Final question. All subjects open. What inspires you most?
Ooh, food, long walks on the beach. What else do I have? No, so those are all great. But what inspires me, and I've heard other people on your show share this, it's about helping see people grow. I love coaching people, love it. If I can find a way to see somebody who's overwhelmed, just not sure how to get through a problem, and I can help give them guidance and direction to overcome that problem, not maybe necessarily solve it completely, but definitely see them feel like they aren't alone, as leadership is very lonely. I don't want them to ever feel like they're alone. Then that inspires me to know that they feel like they can reach out to me at some time and say, can I run a problem past you? Can I get your advice on this? And a lot of it is sharing my mistakes. I mean, I have to be honest. I have to be like, okay, don't do this. Be better than me. Okay. And I think that gives me just that hope that we're helping each other. And that we're not just here to try to, fight each other, but hopefully we can help each other get better.
That really, really is inspiring. Thank you. Yeah. And when you're helping other people, you feel wonderful too.
It's
So
the
that's
best.
totally. I love that.
Mm,
Thank you so much for that.
you're welcome.
Now, let's talk about the call to action. If somebody wants to get in touch with CCB Technology or you, like what is the best
Sure.
way for them to get connected with the business?
Yes. So for the company, go to ccbtechnology.com and you will see it. It's CCB, so I'm sure it'll be in the notes. And then hit me up on LinkedIn. I am an active user on LinkedIn. I'd love to connect with you. Plus, just taking time to look at us on Facebook. If you want to know what our culture is like, you can see what our culture has been built like. Lots of pictures, lots of events. on the CCB Technology Facebook page. But and also just another shameless plug, but I'll throw out there. There's another company that I have called the Impact of Leadership. We have over 123 podcasts, and we're in 80 countries with 23,000 downloads. So if you're looking for a quick podcast that's going to help inspire you and give you some real honest feedback from leaders, check it out, The Impact of Leadership, and then look us up on LinkedIn as well. So
awesome. Thank you for sharing that as well. I will definitely do that, and I'm sure a lot of our viewers will. So awesome. Well, it's such a pleasure, Patrick. Thank you so much for sharing your business, your success stories, your failures that actually help everybody grow. So that's really brilliant. Thank you so much for your time.
it was my pleasure, and I hope I can connect with others out there. So thank you.
Absolutely. You take care.
You too.